Good night, good day, shalom, balance. Welcome back. We in the lab. I'm continuing this H-Town series, slash Texas series, and I got another legend in the lab with me today. Welcome to the broadcast, the legendary singer, producer, father, Ronnie Isley, aka Ronnie Spencer. What it do, sibling?
What's going on?
Chilling like a villain, man. Honors to have you on the broadcast. As I say, I'm doing this Texas series, this H-Town series, and I have to collect the legends, and you're part of the foundation of this year, man. Um, you're officially you are SUC Screwed Up Click?
Yes, sir.
Indeed.
Fisher.
Salute, salute. So, I've been doing the rappers, I've had your daughter on, and I thought, I can't just have your daughter on this year, to tell her story. I've gotta have the man who co-created that being on this year, you know. So
Yeah, she's
continue,
yeah,
sorry, brother.
she's a blessing. My Mag, she's a blessing. I'm
Definitely.
glad that you know took the music weight. Also, she's phenomenal. I mean, I can ask for nothing better.
Mm. Great teaching, man. Great teaching and good genes, clearly, you know what I mean? And she's been able to craft her vocal talent and create a lane. So all praise to the Most High that, it's working, you're doing your thing, something that you both enjoy, you know. Uh and as per our conversation, trustfully, we're gonna have a little collaboration on this new album coming up. You know what I'm talking about?
Man, her new album is phenomenal.
Mm,
I mean, the world is gonna love it. It's the way they designed it and the way we did songs on it for her. She is incredible. My daughter rap and sing, and she sing a little French. She sing a little Spanish, and she's just unbelievable.
mm.
She's very creative. She pretty much wrote her own album, and I help her, arranged it. And she's working with a lot of different producers, and I'm just thankful that some of the producers, is working with her that I thought would never work with her. But
Mm,
yes, it's going to be an amazing project when they drop it.
agreed. I'm very much looking forward to it. I've had a snippet in regards to one track, and that one track is it, it stands the test of time. And this is one of the real good reasons, and one of the reasons I'm still a huge Texas fan because y'all make timeless music, man.
That's what we try to do. I try to stay, in tune in the music culture with everybody, including the young rappers, the old rappers, all
Mm,
the old greats. I try to, make sure that I get their sound and our type of music that me and my daughter makes, so it'll be irrelevant and it'll last a long time, So
hmm.
that's what we, me and her at R&R Studios. So that's what we do. We just try to make sure that the album, the songs fit every race and fit everybody that's in the music industry.
Hmm. Hmm. Music with a purpose and for a purpose. That's what it's
Uh,
about.
right. Exactly. We try to make music to make people relax, talk about, educate them,
Hmm.
educate the young youth, and just try to make somebody's day and some of the lyrics that we are saying to just make people relax and just think, hey, it's always a better way. If you're down, we have music for that. If you need your spirit uplifted, we make music for that. And just to enjoy and just to have fun and dance and,
Hmm.
and live happy and peacefully. That's what me and my daughter and R&R Records is about, is, you know, making people feel that, this planet is love. It's a beautiful planet. You can get inspired by some of the music that we are producing and that we are putting out for the world. We don't do music just for us. We
Hmm.
do it for the world.
Mm. most definitely. So, Ronnie, we've had a very tumultuous 2021 moving into 2020.
Yeah.
Wow. How has your experience sort of been in this whole sort of global reset kind of zombie apocalypse, as I refer to it as? Like, how have you been? How has your mental, physical health been? How has it kind of affected you, if any?
Well, I watch the news a lot, and I'm an older guy, and I know I have to protect myself and my child and my granddaughter and my family and friends. So I kind of pretty much stay to myself, stay in the studio and work, and make sure I have my mask on. And I'm telling everybody in the world, keep your mask on because this COVID-19 is real. It's not fake. And it's a lot of people have passed from this, and I lost a lot of music friends, a lot of friends, and a lot of relatives. So, with that being said, just stay safe. Watch the news, listen to the doctors, and just take care of yourself, and make sure you wear your mask every day, and stay 6 feet away from people, and try not to get in too many crowds. I just did a I made sure I was medicated up and made sure I had my mask until I sung. But, after the show, I got right out of the place, and go get checked, and everything come out negative on me. So
Give
my dog
thanks.
on her. So we back at home in the studios, and we probably don't go out. I don't go out a lot with this epidemic out here now. So I just be cautious and just watch who, I deal with, that type of thing. I do a lot of stuff over the phone, over the air, on TV. Is safer. Even in studio work, we don't go to a lot of studios. We have our own studio, and we do a lot of stuff over the air. So we could be safe, and until they clear this stuff up and get the right vaccine for everybody.
Definitely. And give thanks that you're able to actually still go out and obviously because Texas, yeah, I guess it's a little less, it's a bit more free in regards to nightclubs and venues opening up.
Yeah, it's very dangerous. It's very dangerous. I mean, the person that you probably think don't have it, and be standing right by you. So you have to be very careful. And that's when I'm telling everybody in the world, wear your mask, and just be careful. And
Mm,
if you got families and loved ones and you love them, be safe and teach them to be safe, and until they get this fixed. I hope the new president, make some changes, and I hope the world get a lot more better. That's what we pray for.
most definitely, most definitely. Stay diligent, obviously. For some people, washing hands frequently, after leaving the washroom and stuff, and washing your produce when it comes from home is a standard sort of thing. But, trustfully, as you say, people can be diligent and, be as up in spirits as they can in these tumultuous times. It's very difficult and tricky to maneuver. Um, as you say, you're having to adjust and do things over the airways, musically, so you can continue doing what you're doing. Going back to the events, which I saw some highlights of, how did that go?
Oh man, it was a blessing. The show turned out real nice. It was a beneficial for me. These people got together and gave me a show. I have to thank Nikki Danger and family. They really put that show together for me, and all the people, pretty much all the people that I did music with and produced with, wrote with, and sung with around the world. They come to that show, man, and they showed me a lot of love, and it was a beautiful thing. Nobody got hurt, wasn't no fight or nothing. It was just a house full of people that enjoy what they doing as music, and it
Mm,
was very successful. So they did put a cap on the club. You know, 200 people. The club could have hold about 800 people, but they did put a cap on it. So they ended up letting me get about 380 people in there. So that was cool. That was good enough for them
mhm.
to listen to some of the new songs that I let them hear and introduce the world. And I have to say, I really appreciate my band, Corey, Mr. Barrel Wolf, Funky Fingers.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Beowulf and Mr. Funky Fingers.
Yeah,
Corey.
yeah. Corey was there, man. He played on a lot of my music, and we go back a long way. And for me to see him for about, I probably hadn't seen him in about 2 years, was a blessing. I mean, it was like one big family. I mean, I've seen so many people that I did music with and made hits with that showed up at that place. It was just unbelievable. K Reno was there, Point Blank, Dope House Records, Filetto, LD, Screwed Up Click, New Generation was in the house, and some of the Screwed Up Click people was there. D Gotti, Dougie D,
Wow.
you name it, Youngster, Cliche, Tricky C,
Yes.
he wanted Chosen, JB. You know, there was so many people there that showed support that night for the new opening for 2021 of R&R Entertainment presenting a show like that, and everybody just had my back. Young Robin was in there that I did some music with. My nephews is 14. They was there. They did a new song that I worked with them in the studio, and it was very, very nice. It's unbelievable that my godson, Mr. Lionel Taylor, I worked with the kids, and their message was so nice. It wasn't a cuss word in there, and it was unbelievable the way those youngsters really rapped and sing at the show. And then they kind of pretty much gave them a standing ovation to be that young. It was their first time on stage, and it looked like they rocked the stage like they've been doing it for, I guess, it running the family.
Definitely. This is what I'm saying, man. Them jeans, man.
Yeah. And oh man, it was just a blessing to see them do that. At first I thought they was gonna fold, but they didn't. They handled it like pros, like they've been doing it all their life.
Give thanks, give thanks. So I know, again, as I said, I saw the clippets and all that there on the old IG and all that. Will this be was their professional recording done, and will that be put on YouTube later on or anything like that, or would it be released as a
Well,
DVD?
it's gonna be a verbal movie about the whole thing. I'm just waiting on all the footage to get to me so we can all edit it and correct a lot of stuff, and then we're gonna promote it 30 days, and then we're gonna release it. Once you give me your link, I'll make sure you get it. That way you can release it out there that way, and it's gonna be a nice thing. So it's gonna be, they got me about 4 hours of footage, so
that's a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot to play about with, sibling.
Right. So it's gonna take us about I'm gonna say a good 30 days to get everything where we need to get it, and then we're gonna promote it for 30 days, and then we're gonna put the virtual concert out.
And I must say, you were looking very sharp against at that event with your coats and stuff and your suits.
Oh yeah, that's my thing. And I got the hats from my dad. My dad always wore those dog hats, and I used to always look at him and say, you know what? When I get big, I'm gonna wear that hat like you wear. And he said, okay, son, I'm gonna leave one to you in my will, because I might not be here when you get up that size. And sure enough, he passed, and that's where I got the trademark from for us, the dress code. And my daddy, he's dressed every day. Every day he's in a suit. So I took that trade up, and I said I want to be like him on that side of on the clothes marketing side, and that's what I do. They love me. If I'm not in a suit or a hat, won't nobody even know I'm in the club. But the minute I put a suit and a coat, everybody will come to me and say, "Oh, Ronnie Spencer's in the house." So, but I have events where it's like and I love it because I'm like, oh, nobody know I'm here. But as soon as I put on a hat, it's like they look for the hat when I come in.
So you can just go in there low key, no one's recognizing nothing. You're like Superman, sibling.
All over the world. Yeah, as long as I don't have that hat on, I can go all over the world when nobody bothers me. But if somebody spot me out, then all hell break loose.
A good. Well, you know what? It's a kind of good thing of sorts, because I mean, people who know, I guess, like quote unquote, like diehard fans, they don't need to see you in that. They're gonna see you and like, yeah, that's Ronnie over there. But it's good to have the ability to be known, to be like, yeah, always three-piece suit down, and then to be able to say, you know what, today I'm gonna just be little old Ronnie, and only a few people might spot me, kind of thing.
Right. And I love it. I love it because it gives me a chance to be me. It gives me a chance to walk in the world and don't be bothered. But, you know, now I can understand how Michael Jackson felt. He couldn't go nowhere because they
Mm,
knew him.
yes.
But some of the celebrities like Michael Jordan, he the same. He can't go nowhere because he's a famous basketball player.
Hmm.
And I'm glad that the hat situation worked out for me. I can move around in the world and people don't know me. They know my sound. As soon as I put the hat on and the coat, they know who I am. And then that's when you get all attention.
The trademark, the trademark.
That's the
Yes.
trade. And I'm
True.
so glad it worked out for me as an artist. It worked out for me like that. I like it.
But look, there's nothing. Listen, as you say, I mean, I'm not your age sibling, but physically, but I'm an old soul, man. So I know exactly what you're talking about, man. When I was a youngster, I said when I get to like 25, 30, suit every day. You know what I mean? A little gangster hat to the side and shit,
Right.
That was because to me, that was being a man. Once you become a man, you wear a suit and stuff.
Right. It's a totally different look. It's a totally different feel. People respect you more. You know, they know you're adult now. They're like, how you doing, sir? Blah, blah,
Mm,
blah. But when you just wear regular clothes every day, people just pass you up. They don't know. They just and
yeah.
it happens to me. Sometimes I just go put on some jeans like I just worked off another transmission on the truck, and they'll just pass me up. Hey, how you doing, sir? And keep going. You know what I'm saying? Don't even know who I am. And I just laugh at myself. It's kind of like if you driving and you got your music playing or you don't have your music playing and somebody at the light and they playing one of your songs and you just look at them over there and they just having fun and
Yeah.
singing it and they just jumping and they never know you right on the side of them. That's happened to me all the time and I just look at them and laugh.
Hey, sibling, you know what you want to be doing? You want to be trying to capture those moments and post them on your IG or something, man, because that must be a beautiful moment, man. And they don't
That's a beautiful
know.
and it happens to me and my daughter all the time.
Mm. All right, then. So let us jump in the DeLorean, sibling, and let's go back in time to before there was a legendary singing sensation, producing sensation, uh, Ronnie Spencer. Like, let's go back into time. Where were we born and raised, sibling?
I was born in Houston, Texas at Herman Hospital.
A lot of people
Uh,
were born in Herman.
yeah, I was born in Herman Hospital in Houston. I was raised in Third Ward, and I belonged to St. Emmanuel Baptist Church. And
Okay.
I graduated at Barbara Jordan High School. Um, my college degree was general construction and blueprinting.
Hey,
And
before we go too far, sibling, right? So Third Wards is where we were born and raised. What school did we
mhm.
go to? What, a junior
I went
school?
to I went to Lanier Junior High, and from Lanier I went to Barbara Jordan High School.
Okay. And what are the things, what are we into at these times as we're developing as into a young male, a young black male in the Third Ward? Are we into the athletics thing? Are we still
That's pretty much how I got discovered. Is on the basketball court. I like to play basketball and shoot pool. So I used to go play basketball all the time. And this is how I got discovered by a young man by the name of Al D. And he was signed with Jam Down Records.
hmm
He told me, said, man, I told you, I got my deal. I want to put you on the album. And I didn't believe him. I said, okay. He said, they're going to come up here, man. One day you're going to be shooting pool. Playing basketball. They're going to come up here and they're going to want you to do that song for my album. Sure enough, the next week, we went up there to play basketball and this big limo pull up and there was a guy by the name of Vincent Patrick and they own Jam Down Records. And
Mm.
they asked me, they come out and they say, oh, man, can we talk to you? So I didn't know what it was. I just seen the big limo. I said, yeah, sure. They say, we just signed LD and we want you on a song. I thought they was playing. I said, oh, okay, whatever. He said, no, serious. So he said, man, we'll pay you $3,000 to sing on this song. well, you want to come to the studio now? I said, $3,000, sure. So I was young.
How old was
We
you at this
got,
point, Ronnie?
yeah, we got in the limo, man. They took me to the studio, and sure enough, Al D was in there. He said, man, I knew you was going to come. I said, yeah, what they offered me, I came, and I did the song in about 5 minutes, and it became a hit. And that's how UGK heard it, and that's how my career started.
Okay, so what age are we talking? What age were we when we are balling and Jam Down come to you?
Oh man, I was young. I was still out there on the basketball court running with them youngsters out there. I was probably about I'm gonna say about 29, somewhere around that area, 30,
Mm,
somewhere around that area, on that age.
okay, and correct me, Jam Down Record, the owners, they're from they're West Indian, right?
One of them is from Nigeria,
Okay.
and the other one is here, in America. But yeah, those two guys got together and you know did that record label, and they signed a lot of people. They had Twin Barrettos on that label. Kiki was on that label.
Yes.
Al D was on that label.
Kiki the Dawn.
Yeah, I think Most Hated was on that label. Uh, there was a lot of the essays on that label that went that way,
Hmm.
and I met a lot of them. Did songs with pretty much all of them, and that's how that happened.
Hey, Ronnie, did you ever do a song with SPM?
Yes, I did a song with SPM called "Stay on Your Grind." Multiple songs actually, but that was one of the biggest ones that I did with him. Is called "Stay on Your Grind."
Can you remember what album that was on? Because for the
No, I remember, but I remember the words. But
let me just go check that out now. Because what then? What kind of year we talking? We're talking mid 90, late, well,
yeah,
96, 97, them kind of times.
a little earlier. It's probably I'm gonna say 2000s.
Oh, 2000s. Okay, then. So this must have been maybe
Right up
Power Moves album or something like that, maybe.
he had so many albums.
Yeah.
Those guys was doing. I have a catalog over there with Dope House Records. They have so many records and
Mm,
so many albums. You can't even keep up with them. They was saying they was just like Rec Shop Records. Rec
mm.
Shop Records did 30 some albums in 2 years. They was just that's just how fast they was recording over there. It's like we was in the studio every day. So it's like and they was the same. The artists at Dope House was incredible. All of them over there are incredible, and they just recorded every day. They had like multiple studios and they uh, business over there, and it was just everybody was in a studio doing something. And the same with Rec Shop. Actually, I built one of Rec Shop studios, so they had a lot of. I mean, it was recording every day. It was unbelievable.
Well, the Rec Shop, that they went on a prolific run. They I mean, obviously being from the city, you must have known kind of the rumblings of what was maybe to take place. But for me, they just came out of nowhere. Came out of nowhere. Rising Paradise to Big Mo, the Bar
It was
Baby.
it was crazy. I mean, they had producers like Blue Note, Note D, Double
Hmm.
D, Chicken Hawk, Sally, Sinclair, myself. It was just, I mean, they had an ironic of producers. They had one of the best production teams in Houston over there at that place, man.
Hmm.
And it was just tracks was just coming everywhere. We was listening to so many tracks. We didn't know what track we wanted because all of them was nice and
Yes.
everybody was greedy trying to get on the tracks. So, and I pretty much sung on every album that they put out. So it was crazy. But it
Mm,
was a good experience. It was a good experience. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed working with all those guys, and the ones that are living, bless their heart, and the ones that are, is in heaven now. May God rest their soul and bless them all. But through all of that, I had a wonderful time with that company, and we toured, and it was nice to just be on the road with those people and get to meet and greet people that's in the industry that
mm.
you never thought that you would do music with. So that was a learning experience with me with that company.
Definitely. Hey, talk about some of the stuff. I mean, like Ghetto Dreams. Did you like, was you in the studio with Pat, Rising Paradise to that, brother?
Yeah, I did a song called "Peeping Me" with Fat Pat, and I knew Fat Pat before he signed with Rec Shop. He was with DJ Screw, one of the members of the Screwed Up Clique. So
Hmm.
we used to always ride and listen, and he always wanted me on his album, and we'll listen to tracks together and see what my voice would fit on, and yeah, I had a great time with Mr. Fat Pat. He was a very, very intelligent dude.
Hmm.
Uh, Real funny guy. He gonna make you laugh, but his career, I just hate he wasn't living to see his career. But as far as doing stuff with the Screwed Up Click and Screw,
Hmm.
he was one of the best.
Right. A lot of people say that. A lot of people say he was top tier when it came to SUC. Very much so.
Right. What I liked about him, he would do his ad libs first in the booth and just off his head, and then he'll do the verse. He was kind of like Screw. Screw would put his turntables on the first turntable would be on channel 2 and the second turntable would be on channel 1, so they was backwards, and that's how he created his sound with a slow pitch. And I taught him how to DJ, that type of stuff, and he took it from there and put his own twist to it, and that's what made him become DJ Screw, and it just blowed up. And it's just his props because he put pretty much the whole Screwed Up in the game and gave everybody their start and pretty much gave them all their hits. And all their hits come off of freestyle records because these guys was all pros and just standing up in a room
Hmm.
rapping on a mic while he's mixing on turntables and create a sound off of blending R&B and hip hop.